Hey guys, it's MandaPanda. Welcome to the fourth Five Nights at Freddy's tutorial. Today we are going to be Frankensteining a pony together to create a custom inspired by Puppet Master from Five Nights at Freddy's. So Puppet Master has tons of white on him, and white is a color that is just really hard to get on a pony, whether you're using acrylic paint or nail polish. So I'm going to be using the body of Rarity and the head of Nurse Redheart. So I actually got this head in my P.O. box. Somebody sent it to me. It was already prepped. It didn't have any hair, and I thought this is perfect for this custom because I'm going to start off with an all white pony body, and I don't have to worry about removing Rarity's little horn. I've cut off the majority of Rarity's original tail, and then I'm just going to push the rest of it into the pony's body. It's super easy to do that step. Now I'm going to take some acetone, remove the cutie mark, and also use the acetone to remove the eyes on Nurse Redheart. And you can see all the holes from where her hair used to be. If you need help removing a pony's hair, you can watch any of my other custom tutorial videos. I show you how to remove the hair step by step. This pony is all ready to be customized. Let's get started. First up, I'm going to use some Sugru to cover up all of those holes from where the hair used to be. So I'm going to roll this out into like a really long little worm looking shape and press it right in the middle of the holes, and then use my fingers to smooth it out as flat as I possibly can onto the pony's head. And it should look pretty good if you flatten it out nice and smoothly. Let that completely dry, and then you can start painting. I'm actually going to take some white nail polish and just cover the face part with one thick coat because I want to cover the elevation difference from the pony's head and the Sugru, and one thick coat of this will do the trick. Now if you use any other colored pony, it is literally going to take you like 6 coats of paint before you have solid white, so it is going to be easier if you used a white pony base for this custom. Now I'm switching over to some black nail polish. I'm going to paint the entire back of the head, and then I'm going to outline around the face so I can kind of get the same look as the Puppet Master's little mask. So I'm just gonna wing it with the actual paintbrush. I'm not, measuring anything or taping anything out. The nail polish has completely dried, and I'm switching over to acrylic paint because I just personally prefer acrylic paint when working on the pony's face. I'm gonna give Marionette some squinty little eyes and then give him a big creepy smile just like the character. And this is actually my fourth Five Nights at Freddy's custom. And my next one, I'm debating whether to do Golden Freddy or Toy Chica. Let me know what you think I should do next down in the comments below. So once the smile and the eyes are in, I'm switching over to a shade of purple to color in like the tears that he has connecting his eyes and his smile. And these eyes came out a little too big, so I'm going to try and go in and fix them, actually make them a little bit thinner. For his cheeks, I'm using some dots of Sugru, and I'm going to place them right next to his smile, and that just did not want to get off of my finger because it's kind of sticky. And I'm gonna let those set and then paint them in red, and I think it looks really cool because it gives the cheeks a 3D effect, kind of like the Puppet Master character. I'm gonna paint in the red above his mouth and below his mouth, and that's it for his face. It's actually not that complicated because the eyes are really simple. You don't have to worry about painting in anything since they're all black. Once all of the paint is completely dried, I'm going to go over the head with a layer of clear nail polish to seal all of my work in. I'm going to set that aside and start working on his body. So Puppet Master has arms and legs that are striped black and white. My pony's already white, so all I have to do is go in and give him the black stripes. So I'm taking some masking tape and I'm just cutting it into thin strips. For this particular tape, I'm just going to cut it into thirds and then place those strips around the body to kind of distinguish where I want my stripes to be. Now, if you don't use a white pony base, you're going to have to paint the pony white first and then go in with the black stripes. So it's a lot of extra steps and a lot of extra painting if you go that route. I have my tape on. Now I'm going to go in with some black nail polish and paint right in between the tapes where I want my black stripes to be. Puppet Master actually has 5 stripes of each color on his legs and his arms, but that many stripes is just not gonna fit on this pony because it's so tiny. So we're gonna have to settle for 3 white stripes. Now I'm gonna carefully remove the tape while the polish is still wet, and that tape actually didn't really stick that well to the pony, so you can see where my line is bleeding. It's not a crisp line like nail striping tape would leave me. So I'm actually gonna have to go in with a flat paintbrush and some acetone to clean up my lines. So I would suggest getting a better tape whenever you are putting in your lines, so that way you can avoid this step. Once I'm done cleaning up all these lines, I'm going to go in and put stripes on the other 3 legs. So all the stripes are in. I'm just going to put a paintbrush through the tail hole because it's going to make it a lot easier for me to kind of maneuver the pony's body, because I'm going to paint the top half of it, whatever's left, I'm going to paint it solid black. And I don't want to accidentally touch it and smudge my paint job. The only thing that's missing from his body are his buttons. So he has 3 buttons at the front of his shirt. Again, I'm using some Sugru. I rolled out little balls and I'm just smushing them with the tip of my finger to make them into like little tiny itty bitty pancakes, and those are going to be the button. So I'm gonna peel these off of that wax paper and place them directly onto the pony's body. Sugru is very sticky, so you just gotta kind of pat it onto the pony and it will stay. You don't have to worry about gluing it on later on. So let's get all 3 buttons on. Now I'm going to take the end of a nail dotting tool and I'm going to press in the 4 buttonholes on each button. If you don't have a nail dotting tool, you could always use a toothpick for this step. And those buttons came out so cool. Those buttons are really awesome. Now I'm going to cover the body with a layer of clear nail polish, let it completely dry, and then reattach the head. Let's take a look at the completed custom. Here is a pony inspired by Puppet Master AKA Marionette from Five Nights at Freddy's, and I gotta say, this custom is really creepy looking. I always thought that my Slenderman pony custom was really creepy, but this one beats it. This one is super creepy, but it looks really cool. I'm gonna have to add it to my Five Nights at Freddy's collection. Like I said earlier, I'm debating whether to do Golden Freddy or Toy Chica next. Let me know which one you want to see down in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, Little Pandas. Until next time, bye! You can follow me online. To get the latest news and updates, like my Facebook page, facebook.com/MandaPanda Toy Collector, or follow me on Instagram at MandaPanda Toy Collector. Want to mail me something? Guess what? You can. Mail it to MandaPanda P.O. Box 2855, Humble, Texas 77347.